everyone, I thought I'd play with this pinwheel punch board that I got from Michael's for like $6.99. I have played with it before. It's, I don't know, it's a little different than making them, you know, by measuring a square piece of paper and cutting, but let's get started here. I don't have all the little things that go along with making the pinwheel, so I'll show you what I did instead when we get to that point. So here you have the board. This is where you punch the corners. This is your blade. This is the arm that flips up so you can put your pieces of paper in here. On one side is just for a normal pinwheel, and then this side is if you want to do the double papered pinwheels, like these ones. I don't know if you can see that. These have two different cut papers in it. But anyways, we're just going to do one piece of paper, and I'm going to show you how to use this. And I am doing an Americana theme because I want these for a banner that I am creating. So, just going to get a piece of paper here, and my banner is this size, so I want to make a small one. So what we have to do is we have to measure a 3 by 3. I think that would be small enough for that banner. So we have to measure 3 by 3. And this is a 6-inch piece of paper. So then what we want to do, let me get this back in frame, close this. Then what we want to do first is we want to punch our corners. Our corners will give us that design so that we can match them up here for our 3-inch pinwheel. Now what I want to do is I want to match up here. You still see this? And then this has a little poker. This has a little, I don't know what you call it, it's poker. It will come down and it will poke the hole right in the middle of the paper for your brad or what you're using. With this, there used to be they weren't brads, but they were plastic things that you could use. You know, there was a whole other kit that went with this that would make it spin. But I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to make it spin anyways. Then you just bring the blade down, and then what you want to do is just lift a little bit and spin this. The only thing I noticed on here is it doesn't line up the way I thought it would. Like your hole doesn't line up evenly after you punch the first one. Your last one does though. So then those are all cut. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my brad that I'm using, and I have them here. What I did is all I have is these tight. I needed a long brad, so I have these bronze ones, and what I did was I gessoed them, and then I used some glitter paper to cut out some stars, and I did this with the Diamond Dies star die, the nesting star die, to put on because that's what I want in the center. And I think I'm actually going to use one of the blue ones because the paper's red, white, and blue. And then I'm going to flip it over only because I want the red showing like this. So what you're going to do is you're going to go along, and it will get tricky here because You have to put your brad in each of these holes, like that. And you have a tiny, tiny little pinwheel. But first, what I want to show you with the straw, and that's what I'm using for a stick. And then what I'm going to do, I think I need this, I'm going to press this like this. And then I'm going to punch a hole right in the middle of that. So my brad is going to go through that hole. And see, you're still going to be able to twist this. And you can cut these brads. You don't have to have them, the long pieces, so long. And then you have your little windmill. And it still will spin around. Now, let me show you real quick. I want to show you a larger one, because the only reason why I say that is because when you do a larger one, I have these spacers, and I got this. They come 4 in a pack, and they are at Home Depot. You can get them in the nuts and bolts section. And what I did was I made a whole bunch of them. I made a mold out of them with some resin, and I made a whole bunch of them for the drawer knobs that I was doing. And I decided, I was playing with the pinwheels, and I decided to use them for my pinwheels. So I'm going to do a 4x4 pinwheel, and I just want to show you. Just want to show you here. We're going to punch the corners again. I think the littler, the 3x3, I think if it was a softer paper and not a cardstock paper, I think that would work better. So we did 4x4. We're just going to poke that hole, and we're going to stick our blade in here. Okay. So then I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to do the same thing that I did before. And here I'm going to use a red one. So this is where the spacers come in, and I did make dark ones because for my drawers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by, I'll get that in after, putting these all in here. And then I'm going to get this little spacer inside of here. So I got it in there, and then this goes like this, and then I'm just going to bend this so that it holds it. And then we're going to do our straw. So we're going to bend the straw down like that. And my hole punch is a smaller hole punch, which I didn't show you before. And we're going to poke the hole. And then I'm going to push this right through here. And I'm going to bend that. And then you notice how it's puffed up, and I think what I'm going to do with the littler ones, I think I'm going to make little spacers to go in between there, because I believe the the things that come along, like the kits that you can get that go along with the pinwheel punch board, has these plastic things that go through here, and there's a gap here in this little area, so it looks more like a pinwheel. It's like open. See how this one's so flat? I think if you put a spacer in there, I think that would work. And with it being so small, I'm not sure if my fingers could get inside of there, but anyways, I really wanted to show you this pinwheel punch board. I'm not sure if Michael's in your area still has them. I just thought it was a great find for $6.99, and I've enjoyed making so many of these pinwheels. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this, and thanks everybody for coming along and watching.